Alright, so this is an update on the planted tank video that I made not too long ago. I'm going to be adding a rock that I think is beautiful. Hopefully y'all think it's beautiful. It's a turquoise rock. I'll show y'all here in just a minute. But this is just an update on how it's doing. I've noticed that I had an ick outbreak in my tank. We're also going to be treating that today. And we're going to be adding this rock. And yeah, stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this video. So this is the rock that I'm going to be adding. It's turquoise. You can't really see how bright the color is in the video, unfortunately. We're also going to be doing some feeding, and we're also going to treat for ick, because I noticed that some of my fish had ick. So I'm going to go ahead and be treating my tank today, and we're also going to be, I'm going to show you how I feed my fish. So that way that we don't overfeed, because remember, if you overfeed, that's going to create more ammonia in your tank if it doesn't all get eaten. So we're going to show you, or I'm going to show you how to do all that. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add this rock. I think I'm going to put it right down in here. I don't know if I like that. Let's try laying it down. Yeah, I think I like it laying down better. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. But now what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and treat for ick. So I wish I had somewhere to, here, let's see. Alright, give me just 1 second so I can set up my camera. Alright, so we already added the rock. Like I said, let me know if you like how it looks. I like how it looks. I know y'all really couldn't see the color in the video, but it is turquoise, and I think it looks beautiful in the tank. Let me know what y'all think. We're going to go ahead and treat for ick. Super ick cure works like miracles. If you got, seriously, keep this under your tank, because for situations like this. Again, I set this tank up to help customers, and I still only have one casualty out of this whole setup, and that was the initial setup of the tank. I had one casualty. So far, no other casualties. So we're trying to prevent that. We're going to go ahead and add ick remedy. Now, it'll tell you on the back how much to add per. It says 5 milliliters per 5 gallons. So this is a 20-gallon tank. So we're going to do 5, 10, 15, 20. You know, simple math. So we're going to do 20 milliliters. And the capful, it'll say on there. So 2 capfuls is what I'm going to be treating with. Alright, so now that the tank's treated, I've already, before I started this video, I had already changed out my carbon pad. Remember, whenever you're treating your tank, you want to go ahead and try to remove those chemicals. We don't want to keep them in there because it's not good for your tank. You also want to change your filter pads out every time you do a water change too, so that way you can remove the chemicals. Your filter pads, if you buy them pre-made, it'll have carbon already in it. I added an extra carbon pad just to help remove the chemicals. So now that the tank's treated, we're going to go ahead and feed. Stay tuned, and we will do the feeding. I use the tropical granulates for feeding my tropical tank. Again, this is just a tank that I set up for beginners. I'm what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add just a couple granulates into here and add some water, let it soak, and that way it'll break up. And then I'm going to use this little syringe to suck it up, and then I'm going to add it to the tank slowly, so that way all the fish can get fed. And then I will also drop just a couple of granulates to the bottom, so my bottom feeders can actually get to it also. So I will show y'all how I do that right now. It's hard to do this with one hand, so let me see if I can set this camera up. Hold on. Really hard to do this with one hand, but anyway, so this is the cup that I use. I found this in my kitchen. I'd use it. I'm gonna put about put about 6 or 7 pellets in there. All right. So I got my pellets in here. I'm gonna add a little bit of water from the tank. All right. And then I'm gonna let those sit for a minute. That way they break up, and then that way I can use my don't know where I put it, but that way I can use my syringe to suck it up, and I can feed, you know, each side of the tank equally. Then I'm gonna go ahead and drop in after I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and drop in a couple granulates, so that way they can sink to the bottom, so that way my bottom feeders can get to some food too. Okay, and I'll be back. Just stay tuned, and I'll show y'all the feeding process that I do. Like I said, stay tuned so you can see that. All right, so all the granulates are all, you can't really see, but they're all kind of, you know, they're not in one little ball. They're all kind of disintegrated. So I'm going to take my syringe, and I'm just going to suck it up into here. And then I'm going to add to the tank. A little bit on this side. And you'll see all the fish in a minute go for it. And you can see they're all going for it, but the bottom feeders won't get any of that. And that's why we're going to go ahead and put some whole granules to go to the bottom. And I'll show y'all that right now. So I'm going to drop in just a little bit. You don't want to overfeed, because if you overfeed then and they don't eat it all, then your ammonia levels are going to go high. And we all know in the fish hobby that ammonia is not good. So I just put a couple granulates in. Those will sink to the bottom. My bottom feeders will be able to get them. And that's about it. That's my feeding. That's how I feed my fish. That's how I treated my tank for ick. The ick has been clearing up. I had an outbreak, and I've treated it 2 times, and I have not noticed any more ick on any of my stuff. So that ick remedy that I have, this stuff right here, works miracles. Okay, keep it under your tank. I can't stress that enough. That's going to end this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'll keep y'all updated on this tank. And, yep, we'll see you next time.